almond and date upside down cake. I'll make the batter first, okay? We're just going to use butter and sugar, caster sugar, okay? And then we're going to mix that up together. In the meantime, we already have the oven preheated, okay? So that's about 180 degrees, normal baking temperature. Okay, so I'm just going to beat this up until it's creamy and fluffy. So this is what we call creaming the butter and sugar. Okay, so make sure the butter is soft lah when we start. Okay, so that's about the consistency that you want. It's nice and light and white. Okay, just now the butter was yellow, right? So this is already pale. Okay, so we're going to put in the eggs one by one. We've got 3 eggs. So I will beat it one by one because we are mixing protein with fat. So we need to emulsify them together. Okay. Once you see them mixed together and it's like a smooth batter again, add in the next one. Okay, so you don't add all 3 eggs together, so it won't combine. Okay, you will get the egg splitting. Just give that a little bit of a beating. Okay, so we have a nice, smooth, creamy batter there. All right. There we go. So for this recipe, we are using ground almond instead of flour. We are adding a little bit of flour as well, but we're using ground almond as the main body for the recipe. Okay, so I'm just going to pulse that. Usually you can get this ready, like you can buy the ground almond ready, but for today we'll just blend the almond. Okay, until it's sort of a rough powder consistency. Let's have a look. That's about right. A little bit more, maybe. There you go. Okay. Okay, so that's like almond powder. Okay, so you grind it up until it's like powder form. Okay, so we get our batter here. Okay, the next thing we want to add in is actually the almond. After you mix in the orange zest, put in the almond meal. Okay, all of it. And just give that a mix. Okay, and then just now we're going to, like I said, we're going to add in a little bit of flour. I'm using self-raising flour. So sift it in. So use a sifter usually, but for today it's okay. And a little bit of baking powder as well. So because there's not a lot of flour in this, so we add a little bit more even though we're using self-raising flour. All right. Okay. So about 1 teaspoon. Okay. So mix that all up. Yes. Okay. And then some yogurt. Okay. A little bit of yogurt. Yes. Natural yogurt. Plain yogurt. Okay. So that's going to add moistness to the cake. And then one more thing, I'm going to add in chopped dates. Okay, because dates and oranges are a really good combination. Okay. So we got the batter ready. Now we want to bake it inside these little muffin tins. Okay, so it's an orange upside down. So what you have to do is put the orange at the bottom of the pan, right? Okay, so we got the pan already greased, right? Okay, with a little bit of butter, so it doesn't stick. And then you got some brown sugar. Okay, so this is going to make the syrup, the natural syrup with the orange juice when you flip the cake over. Okay, so let's put a little bit at the bottom of each pan. So about maybe a quarter of a teaspoon or something like that, not that much, because if not, it's going to make the cake very sweet. Okay? Alright, so we're going to cut the skin off. Okay, and then we can just slice it. Okay? Make a little disc from the orange. Okay? And then we put it at the bottom of the pan, where after you put the sugar. There you go. Okay. And then we put the batter on top of that. Yeah. So you will have like, when it's cooking, the orange will stew and it will cook down with the brown sugar. So it will make a natural syrup for the cake and keep it moist after we invert it.